Hi, everyone. Welcome to our latest Tech Talk from the Reynolds Company. We have Charles and Valentine at Hardy Process Solutions talking to us today about uh, weigh scales and process weighing. And our next Tech Talk will be August 30th, and our next users group will be August 16th. And with that, Charles, you can take it away.
Great. Yeah, my email is charles.clark, but I go by Chuck. I appreciate everyone taking their time out of their day to sit through our presentation today. This is a fairly high-level presentation on process weighing, and as it pertains to some of the common things that people are talking about today, digital transformation strategy, and more specifically, smart manufacturing, because that's really where industrial weighing of today fits into it fits into the scene, the puzzle, if you will, the missing piece. So my name is Chuck Clark. I'm with Hardy Process Solutions. We are a process solutions company specializing in industrial weighing systems. We're based out of San Diego. On the call here with me, we also have Valentine Saunier. He is our territory manager based out of the Dallas area. So I'm going to step through this. If you have questions, please raise your hand. Go put it in the chat. I'll try to make sure that I pay attention to the chat box to see what I can see if you have any questions. So moving along, today's discussion is about process weighing. We call it the missing piece. So we talk about digital transformation, and honestly, there's so many different definitions floating around out there. Our definition is that it's a strategy to improve business performance, both revenue and profit. And that can come from many different areas, from digitizing systems, networking systems, even the human performance factor. So there's all kinds of different things. But at the end of the day, it's to increase business performance from a revenue and profit standpoint. Now, where industrial weighing systems fit into the picture is they play a pretty significant role in aiding manufacturing by providing, accurate real-time data that can be integrated into the manufacturing processes. So we really look at process weighing it's a measurement methodology. So key metrics to driving this success, if you want to call it digital transformation, you want to call it smart manufacturing. So through the use of weighing technologies, businesses or manufacturers have the ability to have a really tighter control over stock, recipe management, quality, and other processes. And what this does is it creates efficiencies, optimizes their revenue and profits from their production systems. And that really is the key here, is measuring all of those areas to optimize their production processes. So talking about metrics, the goal here is to ensure quality, consistency, reduce waste, thereby increasing profitability. And we do that through the use of weighing technology. So weighing, interestingly enough, is the most accurate and easy to apply measuring method. Whether you're looking at flow, feed, rate, level, it really doesn't matter. It is the absolute most accurate. It's ideal for things like filling, formulation, dosing, batching, packaging processes. And it doesn't matter whether it's liquids, solids, or gases. The actual material is irrelevant. So it's also sanitary and hygienic when it comes to eliminating contact with stored substances. So we're not touching the substance, going through, let's say, a volumetric flow meter, where you're actually touching the material that you're measuring. This eliminates the potential for cross-contamination. For filling applications, for example, it is the single universal technology that can be used regardless of the material or the container characteristics. So it doesn't matter what type of container you're weighing the material in, that's taken into consideration. And then finally, weighing as part of an automated system provides critical data and information necessary for manufacturers to make informed business decisions. And that really is the key here, is using the measurement methodology of weighing so that they can make business decisions that are right and suitable for them. So the question is, looking at a traditional manufacturing plant, where do you find weighing opportunities or situations where weighing makes sense? And honestly, it's everywhere in a manufacturing facility, from receiving raw materials in, doing storage tanks, whether you're looking at the level of the tanks, the rate at which they're being fed or they're feeding into the plant, storage, additional smaller storage tanks that are inside the facility, and then moving into the actual processing part of the plant. So processing where you're doing batching, blending, mixing of materials to create the product. In that area, you're looking at levels and rate control. And then finally moving into the packaging area of the plant, doing things like filling and dispensing, check weighing, material handling, looking at rate control, quality control, whether you're looking at check weighing, and then finally out the door in the shipping department. So loadouts, draft control, and those sort of things. So these are all the areas where you have the potential for weighing to be applied to make sure that you've got an accurate and consistent process and product in your facility. So it's been estimated that a manufactured product has been weighed at least 7 times during the process of going from raw material to finished product. That's 7 opportunities to add value, collect data, drive quality and consistency into the process and the product, thereby reducing waste, increasing profitability, all while delivering real-time actionable information to the customer's business systems. And additionally, through the use of tightly integrated PLC chassis-based weight control modules in the production systems, businesses can quickly and seamlessly monitor and make timely decisions and cost-effectively control their production processes and facilities. And I'll get more into the PLC-based side of things with the weighing system in a few slides. So let's look at the weighing system. So we talked about where you can use weighing in a facility. Well, let's look at what's all involved, or if you will, the system or the anatomy of a scale. So the weight processor or control module is only one part of the complete solution. Weighing sensors or load cells, as people commonly refer to them, complete the equation. You take that along with the embedded technologies that will allow for easy installation, configuration of the system, monitoring the system control, and then finally maintenance, providing necessary tools to enhance and support digital transformation and smart manufacturing. So a complete weighing solution is more than just the weighing module. Now, we start with the Rockwell control system. And then the weighing system can either be PLC or PAC modules that sit in the PLC, or it could be a standalone weight processor or controller. Add to that specialty cable that takes advantage of the technologies built into the instrumentation or the PLC modules, the summing card, or we refer to it as the junction box, and there's technologies built into that as well. And then finally, the load cells. And we build technologies into every part of the total system to give all of the capabilities that I talked about for that smart manufacturing piece. And I'll get into more details on just exactly what those technologies are here in some upcoming slides. But the complete solution is more than just the module. So if you look at a manufacturing plant, there's some challenges that you run into in different facilities. And I'm going to address what some of those challenges are and some of the technologies available to address them that we build into the Hardy process solution. So for example, storage vessels. You can have storage vessels that have a capacity ranging anywhere from a few pounds to several hundred thousands of pounds. If you go with traditional calibration methods, they require that you use test weights of 80% of the storage vessel maximum capacity to do the calibration. And that could result in production delays during routine calibration. 80% of a 100,000 pound storage vessel, that's 80,000 pounds. That could take several days of calibration, bringing in the weights, the trucks, contracting the companies to come in and do that calibration. Well, areas where you run into that are areas like receiving, where you're bringing raw material into the facility. Your storage tanks, whether they're the raw material coming into the plant or smaller batch tanks that you have inside the facility. So that can be addressed by e-calibration or weightless calibration. Weightless or e-calibration eliminates the need for heavy test weights required with traditional calibration methods. This minimizes the cost associated with calibration and loss production. So now you don't have to have those heavy test weights to do the traditional calibration using e-calibration. Another area of the facility where you could run into issues would be in the processing and packaging areas. Moving machinery can interfere with stable and accurate weight readings, affecting quality and consistency of products. And that could be from things like vibratory feeders, screw feeders, conveyors, any type of machinery in the facility that causes vibration and noise. And you can find that in your processing area, whether it's batching and blending, valves actuating, vibratory feeders feeding material into hoppers where you're mixing and blending. It could be in the packaging area where you're filling or dispensing. So it could be feeders, rotary fillers, those sort of things. Anytime you've got moving machinery. And then in the check weighing, where you've got conveyors involved. So any place where you've got moving machinery that could cause vibration, that could cause an erratic type of reading from your weighing system. Well, that can be addressed with a technology that reduces that vibration and noise. We call it Waver Saver. It's a firmware algorithm that minimizes or eliminates noise completely and vibration associated with the machinery, giving you a nice, stable, accurate weight reading, ensuring that quality and consistency that the customer wants in their products. Another thing that could cause some challenges in a facility is maintenance and equipment downtime, whether it's scheduled or unscheduled. That could negatively affect the production process, ultimately resulting in lost revenue. And this could happen anywhere in the facility where you've got equipment that's down, whether it's scheduled maintenance or whether it's unscheduled emergency downtime. And I'll get into the technology there, which we call integrated technician. It's remote troubleshooting tools for operators and technicians. It allows for fast response and minimal maintenance downtime. And I'll get into where that's used here shortly in an upcoming slide. So if you look at it, these technologies can be applied throughout the plant, whether it's remote monitoring and troubleshooting with integrated technician, whether it's vibration reduction with Waver Saver, or whether it's calibration without weights. All of these add to the value that the weighing system can add in the process of the plant. So if we look at all of the core technologies that Hardy offers, why it matters, and ultimately to who it matters, we're looking at both the processing and the packaging needs within the plant. What we're looking for is accurate, stable, and fast weight data. And this is what we refer to as the Hardy Process Toolbox. C2 is our trademark for calibration without weights. It's factory pre-calibrated load cells, certified and traceable. So they're pre-calibrated from the factory, so you don't have to calibrate them on site. Waver Saver is our firmware algorithm that reduces that vibration and noise that could come from other equipment. Integrated Technician is our remote troubleshooting tool for operators and technicians. And we utilize that to remotely test load cells that are part of the system. We can step load cells in and out of the system remotely without the need to physically go up to the load cell, disconnect it to test it, and interrogate it to see if it's working correctly. And then I haven't talked about this, but we also have embedded web servers in each of our instrumentation to allow connection, whether it's across the internet or through a local network, a local area network. And then the big one is our partnership with Rockwell. And all of our instrumentation, we have tools and technologies built into them that allow for premier integration, whether it's configuration, design, control. Those are things like add-on profiles, add-on instructions, and faceplates. And then one mount is a technology that we build into our load cells that reduces the problems that you run into in orienting load cells when it comes to mounting them beneath whatever it is that you want to weigh, whether it's a vessel, a conveyor, or so forth. The positioning of load cells can be critical when it comes to mounting them into a system. And the one mount eliminates the need to worry about that precise positioning of the load cells. So where are these technologies used in that complete complete scale system? So I talked about it starts with a Rockwell control system. It could be either modules within the controller or standalone instruments. And that's where we take advantage of the add-on profiles and the faceplates and the add-on instruction. The web servers embedded into those instruments. C2 technology is part of that, as well as Waiver Saver. And then the specialty cable. You can't just use any cable to take advantage of C2. This is a special cable that is to our design specs that eliminates noise that could be associated with other processes in a facility that could interfere with that signal, the very, very small voltage signal that goes through the cable. And then the summing card or the junction box. This is where integrated technician comes into play. This is where we can interrogate the load cells that incorporate C2 and other technologies so that we can remotely diagnose and troubleshoot the load cells and system without physically going out into the facility, disconnecting the wiring, taking a meter to monitor them and check them. So the complete system is necessary to get all of the technology capabilities that are available from a Hardy complete waste scale solution. So who does it matter to? So there are a lot of people associated with the manufacturing process, from the plant manager, the procurement managers or purchasing, process and packaging engineers, controls engineers, and maintenance managers. They all have their own specific needs and requirements. And the various technologies that we build into our product and our solution mean something to each one of them a little bit differently. For example, the plant manager, he's really looking for the least total cost to own. From purchasing the systems to operating it to maintaining it. So he's looking for the highest overall equipment efficiency. Well, he can get that with weightless calibration, the reduction of downtime from that you get with traditional calibration. The integrated technician, where we speed up the troubleshooting and maintenance time. Waiver saver, so ensuring that the production process doesn't get interrupted due to vibration from equipment. Process and packaging engineers, they want to have the best performance from the system, and they get that through Waiver Saver. Controls engineers, they're worried about design, ease of integration of the system into their existing control platforms, and they get that with C2 and add-on profiles and faceplates. And the maintenance manager, when it comes to scheduling downtime for calibration, C2 is critical for them, as well as integrated technician for maintenance and troubleshooting. So Hardy is a Rockwell technology partner, and premier integration of our weight system, our weight solutions, is the core of everything we do. We've been a partner with Rockwell for well over 30 years. And for that entire time, we've designed and manufactured backplane modules for Rockwell, as well as integrating Rockwell technology into our standalone instruments, specifically Ethernet IP. For decades, we've been tightly integrating our system with Rockwell's control architectures, from the days of RS Logix to now with Studio 5000 and Factory Talk, with AOPs, AOIs, and faceplates designed specifically for our products. We support Rockwell's strategy of a partner ecosystem. That's why we're committed to the future with Rockwell, as well as our commitment to the past. We believe it's a collective partnership, and that's a partnership between Hardy, Rockwell Automation, Rockwell Distributors, and other complementary technology partners that are part of the Rockwell Technology Partner Program, working together with our customers to be a trusted problem solver. We do this through innovative partnerships that are founded on honesty and transparency, because we believe that solving complicated challenges require mutual trust. We do what's right for our customers, not just for today, but for the long term. So why are we a strong fit for our customers? Because we're providing that missing piece. We know automation and we know weighing better than our competitors, and we have the installed base, people, and tools to back that claim up. So a little bit about our story. Hardy's been around for over 100 years, providing our customers with industry-leading weighing solutions. From our starts back in 1918 in San Diego, through the evolution of Hardy Scales to Hardy Instruments, and now Hardy Process Solutions. The industries that we really focus on strongly, and they're not mutually exclusive, but where we find a lot of opportunity is food and beverage, consumer packaged goods, chemical and petrochem, pharmaceutical biotech, mining and aggregates, and industrial manufacturing. And the solutions that we provide allow for least total cost of ownership, applying our solutions to the production process that enhances quality, improves overall equipment efficiency, helps with life cycle management, reduces scrap, waste production, provides sustainability, things such as reduced energy because you're producing less scrap material, and ultimately total reduction in cost. So looking at some of the applications where Hardy solutions fit ideally, there's four main areas that we look at, and we refer to them as stock, make, pack, and ship. Things like inventory management, batching and blending, filling, dispensing, and dosing, production inspection. More specifically, from inventory management, we're doing things like vessel and silo weighing, bulk bag weighing, throughput weighing or totalizing, level control by weight, level measurement by weight, batching and blending. This is in the production area. So batching by weight, blending product by weight, continuous belt fitting, continuous feeding of an application, weighing the material as it's in that continuous feed process. Loss in weight by rate control. So we're monitoring the rate control by weight. Filling and dosing, dispensing. So doing gross and net weight filling, net weight dispensing, and then piece or portion weighing. That would come from things like bench weighing. And then finally, production inspection. So check weighing, whether it's static or dynamic, where it's going across a moving conveyor, pallet weighing, and even things like crane overload protection, where we apply weights to a crane and weigh them to make sure that the crane is certified and calibrated for its overload protection. And there are many, many, many other applications that we are willing to look at if you bring them to our attention. So looking at the solutions by product, we make in-chassis both program logic controller, process automation control modules, both weight processors and controllers for the ControlLogix platform, CompactLogix, Rockwell's Point.io platform, as well as the MicroLogix 800 platform. And we have legacy products that we've done in the past as well. We made a weight module for the PLC5, for the Slick 500, and we're in development on one for the 5069 CompactLogix platform. Some of the tools that we provide that are integrated into Rockwell's design tools are things like add-on profiles, so that our products integrate fully into the IO tree and to the structure of the design tools that Rockwell has. Add-on instructions, compiled code, and then faceplates. And we provide sample PLC code for the various applications that are out there. And then last but not least, both pre and post-sales technical support complementary. Hardy is the only weighing solutions manufacturer with in-chassis weigh modules for Rockwell Automation Control Systems. We also have standalone instrumentation, or I like to refer to it as networked solutions, such as our 6500 or 66, which are modular-based systems, 4050, and then our 6200. And the graphic here really doesn't do it any justice. The 6200, that's just slightly larger than the size of a quarter. And we've got add-on profiles for these instruments as well. So through a network connection back to the Rockwell control system, the add-on profiles allow it to occupy space within the IO tree and integrate fully into a Rockwell control system. We support multiple languages as well as multiple network protocols. And then we've got built-in wizards and help texts that allow assistance in setting up the various parameters that are built into the instrumentation. And then both pre and post-sales technical support provided complementary. Well, the big question then is, where do I go for support? Who do I call? Who do I talk to? What hours do you operate? So our customer service is 6:30 to 4:30 Pacific time. Tech support, while our person in the office is there 6:30 to 5:30 Pacific time, we do have after-hours support. Contact information for inside sales, both pricing, lead times, quotes, our customer service center for order entry, returns for credit, order status, Hardy tech support, And that's things like technical support, both pre and post sales, application assistance, returns for repair, warranties, etc. And then from a sales perspective, for Texas, that would be part of our Western Regional Sales Territory. Valentine is the territory manager covering Texas, Louisiana, up through the Dakotas. So in summary, process weighing, overall, the integration of industrial weighing systems in a manufacturing process provides manufacturers with the data, insights, and automation necessary to optimize operations, improve product quality, and stay competitive in a rapidly evolving industry landscape. So I've really just barely touched on the surface of what's available here. So I've just barely touched on the surface of what's available out there. We have additional training available, both commercially for sales as well as technical, that does a much deeper dive into all of the various applications and the instrumentation and the technologies and how to apply them to the different applications that are out there. And we can do a deeper dive into utilizing the add-on profiles, add-on instructions, how the products are incorporated into the design tools from Rockwell. We'll get into a little bit more about how the weightless calibration works. And this is technology that we build into the load cells, which is why, we work with just about anybody's load cell that's available on the market, but then you lose the technologies that we build into our products. So it really goes back to that total solution is the instrumentation, whether it's a PLC module or a standalone instrument, the specialized cabling, the summing board and junction box, and the load cell to take advantage of all the technologies that really fully give the weighing solution all the capabilities for digital transformation and a key asset to manufacturers and their production processes. So at this point, I've hit the 30-minute mark, a little bit quicker than I'd anticipated, but I'll open it up to questions if anyone has any questions. We do have special training for sales. That's a 2-hour program. And then in addition to that, we have a 3-hour program that we provide for technical specialists. And that's where we get into the specifics of the products, both the instruments as well as the PLC modules. Okay.
I think that'll do it. Thanks for the presentation, Chuck. And if anybody has any questions later, you can always reach out to any of your specialists at the Reynolds Company. And if we don't know it, we can put you in contact with Chuck and go from there.
And Valentine.
And Valentine.